Hey guys,
Meow.
what's up, you cool cats? Well, I want a good sign-on. That's something I want to work on. I want to work on a good sign-on and a good sign-off for D&D for every stream that we do.
Do it. We've had
I don't
years,
think-
babe.
I don't think "What's up, you cool cats" is going to be it,
No.
but we're going to work on it.
I
Welcome
vote for
to
that one.
Welcome to the Mysteries of Selindor, episode number 33. Last week, the team shopped. It was great. Mostly, in fact, they didn't even shop really. They mostly collected things they had previously shopped, and it still took a full episode. So no, what they actually did was they dealt with the fallout of the previous adventures, where they delved into a tier 3 abyssal ruin, where one of them died, and all of them lost 2 months of their lives to a
Memory loss.
I'm mesmerized by the makeup putting on. Sorry.
Did we rip Van Winkle?
Yeah, so mostly, they're not sure what of it was lost by the time distortion that happened around the entrance to the boss room, and what of it was just them losing their memories from the time that they were there. Hard to say. However, after finding their way back and being rescued by Cleary and his group, rescued. At least they tried to rescue. The team found themselves back in town, now traveling much quicker via the spending of gold. You find yourselves back in Twilight Town, where you retrieved your goods. Oh, you were in Twilight Town. Sorry, where you retrieved your goods, and then you went back to the academy where you met with Cleary, had a nice little conversation about your statues, and are getting your good friend. What did you do? Make yourself bleed?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
How did you do that?
What?
I found a massive zit on my chin and I just touched it and now it's bleeding. I was gonna put concealer on it.
You're just a mess today. I'm so sorry. It's not my fault.
It's the face mask because they rub on my chin right there when I talk.
Well, I'm sorry, babe. Okay. As
Carry
I was
on.
saying, though, you guys find yourself at the academy where Cleary has promised to get you Azurus back, but otherwise we kind of just stopped in the middle there. I don't remember exactly what the last thought was.
Basically, yeah, you kind of wrapped it all up and were like, and you leave the tower with Azurus in tow. But I was like, no, we haven't done anything here yet. So,
Well, I wanted to really speed things along.
yeah, it was very rushed. So basically, whatever beat you want to pick it up at, we
You guys are at Cleary's place, and he's like, I'll if you guys want to wait in my room, I'll go get Azurus prepared for you, and we can go down and grab her together.
all right. Thank you.
It's you've been there, and it took a bath.
Yeah,
Here's the key, and he just starts heading away.
do you remember the way?
Probably.
I mean, I think I can find it. It's a tower. How many rooms could that be?
There's just a little spiral staircase that's near the entrance to the entire area before the courtyard, even that just leads up, and it's just there's 5 landings, I think, total. I don't know if you remember what landing he was on.
I don't remember if you said so. No, I don't. I, as a player, don't remember.
Make an intelligence check.
Can I assist because I've also been there?
Sure.
Intelligence.
So you have advantage.
All right, this is gonna be great. Oh, I'm glad I get advantage.
What'd you roll? Oh, do I need to go look?
A nat 1.
With advantage?
I rolled it twice.
Cool.
I think all rolls today should be discounted and we just roll them again.
Nope.
One's a
So you end up on the 5th floor, thinking Clear's important. He's on the top. So you guys watch as Mitnir leads you up to the 5th floor, where you arrive at the door of a massive penthouse suite.
This can't be right. I mean, are you sure, Metanir?
He's
Oh my
rich,
God,
isn't
I have
he?
one eyebrow right now. It's freaking me out.
Leave me alone. I'm bleeding.
I mean, he's from like a rich family, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's super rich. He had a really nice room. I don't think this is right, but if you're sure, we'll try the key.
So you stick the key in and it makes a whole lot of noise, but it doesn't open.
Yeah, that's not the right key.
Just gonna try the door.
I just did an intelligence check to see if I'd remember, and I rolled a nat 1.
So you guys are just trying to figure out how to get into this damn room when suddenly the door just opens. You hear the latch pull and the door opens, and standing in front of you is an Aarakocra with red feathers that are kind of ruffled, like around his neck, like he's a little bit like, hello?
Sorry, I think we have the
Was it
wrong.
the same one we met before?
Yeah, it's the same one.
We have the wrong room. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, I completely understand. Were you looking for Cleary?
Yeah.
Well, he's on the 3rd floor down there. And you guys can see he's got like a fucking penthouse. It is
Yeah.
lavish as shit. You can see like white columns behind him.
Are you sure?
He would know where Cleary is, Midnir. Sorry,
I'm
he's
very good.
confused. It's been a bit of a day. Thank you so much. 3rd floor. Sorry to disturb you.
What was his name?
What?
What'd you call him?
I just said thank you so much. 3rd floor. Sorry to disturb you.
I thought you called him Bird Lord.
Bird Lord.
I thought you said thank you so much, Bird Lord. So you guys leave the penthouse and start heading down the stairs. Did you call me Bird Lord? You guys close the door.
I'm
So you
sorry, I
head down
didn't
to the
remember.
3rd floor. There's a small short hallway, a door at the end, 2 doors on either side.
I try the one on the left.
Just, you open the door without it being locked, and you walk into a room
Uh-oh.
that appears to be furnished, but you don't see anybody in there.
Does it look like Cleary's room?
Make me just an intelligence check, yeah.
Roll a 1. Please roll a 1. Please roll a 1.
Oh, that's a 7. Never mind. It looks like a 1.
It's a
8.
7.
I have 8.
8. It looks like it could be his room.
Okay, but look, Seti's not dumb. I opened the door
It
and
looks like it's pretty much his room. I mean, like, it's got the same layout.
well, I'm gonna actually try the key in the lock and see if it fits.
Oh no, that shit doesn't work.
Okay, so I go for the other one. Jesus.
Which other
I mean,
one?
you're like starts to walk in
There's
and she walks out.
fucking
Like,
more
wait, what?
doors. So you just try the lock.
Can I try to remember? Can I roll another check to remember which room is his? Since I assisted Mitnir on finding the landing, I haven't. 7. I try the door directly across from the first one, and I'm testing the key in all of the doors sequentially until
Eventually somebody comes out as the cleaning lady. She's just like she comes out of one of the rooms and she's just like, Are you lost here?
Yes, I am. Cleary Asentos room.
It's this one. It's like the last door at the end.
Thank you. Sorry.
I'm sorry. You're not his usual guest.
We're his friends. He gave us the key. See, it fits in the lock. Huh? We're good. And I just go in and throw myself on the bed and have a little cry.
Perhaps you will sit next to her and pat her head gently.
Okay. So you guys are only there for like a couple of minutes before Cleary comes up because it took you so long to find his room.
I wanted to look through his stuff. Damn it.
Such a snoop.
It's okay. Just lock the door. He can't get in.
But yeah, he comes back. He comes back after a couple of
As
minutes.
he comes back, Brapsy's gonna hide behind the door.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Oh, I don't have to be stealthy. I just wanted to be out of line of sight.
Okay, I'm just saying like
Okay,
you hide
okay.
behind the door, or if you want to be like hidden, make a stealth check.
It's a 13.
13.
Just wanted to be out of line of sight.
Okay, he does not know you're there. So he comes walking to the door. Oh, yes. Well, sorry, you're all looking like you're getting settled in.
Hi. Yeah, it went okay?
Yes, Azorus is ready whenever we want to pick her up.
Oh, that's what. Never mind. I take back what I said. I thought he was bringing her.
No, he's
Okay,
not bringing
okay.
her into it.
Retcon. I'm still on the bed patting Seti's head.
Okay. You're super stealthed.
Super stealth on the bed.
No, so he's just like, so whenever you're all ready, they'll have her waiting for us. Till then, please make use of my space as much as you wish.
Do you have any like cold beverages?
Oh yes, sure. And then you watch as he walks over to what looks like a small copper box, that is vibrating and makes a little bit of noise, just kind of in the corner. As he opens it up, you guys see he's got a fridge.
Your
He's got
chest.
a legitimate refrigerator that is like, it looks like it's just a steampunk refrigerator, basically. And as he opens it up, he pulls out what looks like a small packaged beverage and hands it to you.
Thank you. I was wondering why my water skin when we were in that dungeon was like a little foul, and apparently it's because it was 2 months old, so
Oh, well, yes, that does make sense. It's surprising you all survived during that. I can't even imagine.
yeah, I only had rations for like a day. I don't know how the math does. The temporal shifting thing just like stuck us with it, and the time passes here but not there, or it passed there but we forgot about it.
I'm not sure we'll ever know, since that portion of the dungeon closed. Perhaps they'll investigate it and see if they can figure anything out, but
Yeah.
hard to say. Yeah.
You hear a
Anyways,
little splash, and you're dumping his water skin down the tub.
Oh, I thought he was already in the tub.
by the way, you guys have never seen a fridge before, so that was kind of impressive that he has a magical box that stays cold.
Yeah. What is my beverage? Is it water? Is it juice?
It
Do
looks
I have
like
a juice
it's
box?
actually packed. It basically looks like one of those high C juice boxes, basically.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I slurp noisily on the straw.
Well, whenever you're ready.
But Clary, like earlier when you came back, it was all very abrupt and we were off doing all our things, and I feel like, we're I don't want to be insensitive, because you just went through a lot and you did a lot for us, and I don't want the fact that it was only a day for us to make it feel like it wasn't meaningful or noticed or appreciated, because you just went 2 months, I don't know how I would feel or what I would do if I didn't hear from you all for 2 months. I'm just
glad you're all well.
Well, so are we.
And that's all that matters. Like I said before, as long as next time you let me know you're going into a place, maybe gone for a while, or again, invite me with you.
I'm never going anywhere without telling you first. Never again. I'd just...
Oh, well.
Because I don't know, you could go through a doorway into the bathroom and suddenly it's, 3 years later and...
City is a bit dangerous in that respect. I do think that there are a few items that I can acquire, but it will take some time and some doing to get them, that would allow us to locate one another.
Oh, well, I think I can do spells. Well, I mean, I could study some spells and figure out how to do something similar.
And they have certain things specifically for Selindor that will allow you to
Oh.
keep
Yeah.
track of where you are.
Is magic funny here? Like, because of the plain weird color bubble mist travel thing we had to do. Like, I know there are spells that people can do that like teleport things or people, and like, does that work here, or is it like a different plane and you can't?
Well, I mean, I suppose you all should know by now that this place is a conglomeration of planes.
So it's not really the same world that we are in.
I believe in some aspects it's obviously connected, but I think this might be its own place. And from what I've seen, from what I've studied about the ethereal plane, what I've studied about the outlands and this place seems to be a gate to many planes at once. And that's why you were all somehow in a place where I couldn't find you via a normal locator spell. You were on another plane.
I see. I mean, it
Hunter,
makes sense, and I kind of knew that even, went back when we saw the mists and the colors and stuff. I knew, like, I don't know a lot about planar travel or all this mystical bullshit, but I know enough. I paid attention in some of my lessons. But,
well, it's a strange place, and they like to keep their secrets. The university has a little bit more access for me, being as I have good standing with the academy. But
yeah. Is there... Well... Yeah. Okay. There's a lot to think about, a lot has happened, and
there certainly is. I'm curious about what your plans are for the fracture you found.
Well, Mitnir had talked about maybe wanting to see what it was about, and Grim maybe.
Grim will eat it if you want. Grim will eat. But Grim also would love to watch Blue Man eat. See what happens to him.
Yeah. I mean, I support whatever Mitnir, if you want to eat it and see what happens and you're willing to, we talked about it. That's fine. I support you and I'll do what I can to help. But I'm worried, okay? Just want to put it out there that I'm worried.
As long as it's not gonna kill me, or preferably not an upset stomach or anything, I would eat it. I think, or consume it. I'm not sure it's actually a.
Yeah, I don't think you actually have to eat it.
Well,
I'm not sure how that works yet, but yeah.
It is plausible. If you like, I could try to get an exchange if this one is too much the darkness for you, but I could take months to get a proper one. Obviously, you could sell, but I have heard that apparently, according to Master Phoenix, that selling these things in lower stratum of the outer Nexium is very rare. Usually it's done in auction houses.
I think we talked about this already, and it's just obviously it's easier to just use the one we already have.
I think it'd be better to just use it. And
yeah, we don't want to put a target on our backs or anything, and if half the point of eating it is to raise the esteem of New Death, then join the thing that we've been asked to join, then we don't really have months to try to find a better one.
If you think that's a good idea, I will eat it. Or, again, whatever that process is.
Whatever works out for you. I hear it's important who you choose to guide you.
We have a...
For the future, I can try researching it myself and see if I can be that person for you if you'd like. I can start researching that as well. I think it's within the realm of my capacities as an arcane master that I've sort of become. It just would take a fair bit to do, but I could be working on that. I don't have any other projects from you at the moment.
That might be a good idea.
I am working on my artistic thesis, but it's going very well.
I have a thought. What if Cleary comes with us to the Twilight Reserve, where Wolfsbane can perform the ritual and Cleary can watch?
Oh, that would be wonderful. A first-hand account would be incredible. The notes I could take. Yes.
We'll probably
if
have
we-
to ask.
We can ask if that's okay.
Well, he already offered us.
Well, yeah,
we'll
I mean,
do
he
it.
did offer to do it, and I mean, Clary, you're part of the group, you know.
I don't know whether it's a and B only, or if
We
other
can-
people can be
You know,
watching.
we'll ask if we can observe because you know you're our friend and we want to be there for you. And
Be quite
Clary's just part
educational.
of the group, you know. It doesn't have to
And
be a big
Mitnir
deal.
kind of like does a little like toe kick at the thing, like you're my friend, you know.
We could always try Wolfsbane on the Grimm's multipass, see if we can talk to him or
Do
something.
we have contact to?
I-
Yes, we have contact to him. Of course, I got Wolfsbane. Which one is Wolfsbane? Is Wolfsbane the one that does the enchanting?
No.
He's the leader of the Twilight.
But he
Is it?
is not a wolf. The other one looks like a dog.
No,
Right. That's the
that's
red-
Red Wolf.
But why would we have? Why would his name be Red Wolf and he's not red? And this one is called Wolfsbane.
Grim,
but he
I
is
don't
not
know.
a
I
wolf.
didn't name them. These are important questions, but they're going to have to.
I
wait.
will call the Wolfsbane as the phone. Multipass, call Wolfsbane. Calling Wolfsbane. I'm just kidding. It doesn't.
I was just like, is that gonna work?
No, it will call based on his voice though, and then calls Wolfsbane.
It's just a
You
loading
guys-
screen circle.
You guys watches it.
Yeah.
So no, like dust starts spinning and it coalesces and creates like this little, like almost three-dimensional holographic projection for you. And you can see his face on it in it, and he says, "Hello. Oh yes, it's you all again. How can
Sorry
I
to
help you?"
bother you. For the process of the fracture, can other people be present?
Ah, don't see why not.
We wanted to take you up
Don't
on your
want a big
offer.
crowd. I'm not gonna make a show of it, but
Well, it's just for us, this is the first time and it's a big deal. And Mitner's our friend, and if he's going to, you know, do
yes,
this,
of course.
we want to be there for
That's
him.
perfectly fine. On a party, whatever.
So, when should we come by for this?
Not tonight. In the morning, perhaps. It's getting a bit late now. I'd like to turn in.
Oh, of course, I didn't, you know, it's not pressing, just I know you're busy and obviously.
Yeah.
In the morning then.
Yes, of course. I'll be more than happy to see you then.
Thank you. We'll be there.
Indeed. You have a good evening.
You too.
I don't actually remember what he's supposed to sound like.
Neither do I, so yeah, I think you're
It's
good.
okay. You can't tell over the phone anyway.
Yeah.
Just the distortion. Signal's
No,
weak.
I didn't put any specifics for his voice. It just says that he's a very refined-looking dark fae.
Grim, you can hang up now.
Okay, fine. Goodbye.
Well, there we go.
But is the problem solved? Oh, good. I'm gonna go get my notes together. Oh, crumbles. You need to empty some pages. Clear that. Delete browser history. Okay. You see he's yelling at his drawing pad.
Your pad
Well,
is named
I guess,
Crumples.
Oh, yes, because it does this, and it goes... And it makes sculptures out of paper, and then crumples itself back up and turns into flat sheets of paper again.
Clary,
It's highly expensive. It's just something that it does.
But, I mean, obviously a lot has changed for you since we saw you last.
Oh yes. Well, turns out using an art book with no binding and high quality ink, as I have been doing to transcribe spells, had a very strange reaction. Especially due to the drawings that I had, and well, it seems that my drawing my drawing pad, what did they call it? Whatever. My art book seems to have become my spell book and also gained sentience.
Is that a thing that just happens sometimes?
You know, not that I've heard of, but it's quite nice. It works very well, in fact. I can cast my spells from it, even, which is very neat.
I mean, Grim had the book that followed him around, but apparently it's like some weird.
Yes, do you think they're connected? I never actually occurred to me that that's possible. Maybe his book was...
Greed, not Grim.
Sorry, the other G word.
We all knew what she meant.
Grim, where's your book?
I do not know.
I'd be surprised if Grim can read.
Grim can read. Okay, so yes, they could be connected. I should research that. Certainly.
I don't know what. I mean, we do need to look at his book again and figure out what that's all about. But if the goat monster wants it, then what if it's something from
Norfolk.
Right.
I think we should call it by its name, so the DM doesn't forget.
I have several names for that thing, and none of them are appropriate.
Yeah.
Well,
if that's looking for it, then maybe it's from where it's from, or maybe it's.
Well, like I said before, I'm more than happy to have them take it down to the secure archives to try to investigate it further. But save that region. I don't think it's safe to bring it out.
Absolutely not. I wouldn't. Yeah, we just got out of a really bad situation. I don't want to invite another one so quick. Let's at least get a good night's sleep first.
Of course. Well, speaking of which, I'll help you to find Azorus. Send you on your way.
Right.
And I guess you'll meet us in the morning at the
Oh,
Twilight
well, I'll
Reserve?
figure I'd travel back with you.
Oh, sure.
All right.
Nighttime.
Sorry, my multipass is beeping.
Is that the doorbell?
Were you expecting company?
No, it's fine.
Well, I'm sure perhaps he is eager to see Azorus. So let's go collect
Go
our...
get her and head back to the Hidden Boar, I guess.
Okay, so I will skip this next bit unless anybody has anything they want to do
It
on the
depends.
3-hour walk.
Oh,
Back
okay.
to, on the 3-hour walk
Excuse me,
back.
we need to meet Azurus.
Okay.
I said this.
Okay, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, I said this before we started the stream.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
He was
so
playing Shadow Exile, so...
as
I
you
know,
guys
right?
head down to the base where you are meant to be meeting Azurus, you see that there is an individual standing there with a leash around Azurus's neck, standing there looking very, very nervous at the bottom of the stairs as you guys are heading down. Azurus is just sitting there like completely calm, but this guy's like, it's a gnome, by the way.
It has been a few months since we saw Azurus. Hopefully she's not mad at us.
As soon as I see her, I turn into one.
Ooh,
Because I can do that now.
damn.
Should be able to talk to her that way too.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Okay, so you turn into Gardrake and start making your way down the steps. And as you do, you say, "Oh Jesus! Oh my God!"
Relax, they're not going to hurt you.
Unless they're hungry.
And Storis goes,
You're not helping.
and you hear say,
I mean, he looks bite-sized.
"Oh,
It's
what
not
a
my
chicken
fault.
shit!" You hear. Since you're not just speaking with animals, like you are this. You're hearing it like normal talk, basically. Such a coward. Oh, chicken shit. Oh, hi.
Hello.
You smell like Mom.
It's me.
Mom! You guys hear.
I miss you so much.
And they run heads into each other.
Lots of nuzzling.
I feel like me and Mitnir probably understand her.
They don't speak in Draconic. They understand Draconic.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was like,
okay.
it's the other way.
They speak. They just communicate in like all animals probably communicate somewhat with each other, right? Not actual voice or communication. They just communicate. Small gestures and that kind of shit.
Ants communicate with chemical signatures.
Yeah, so it's that kind of thing. Like, there's no real words being spoken between you. Just more. You understand the same way it would speak with animal. You understand.
I'm just gonna look at the gnome and be like, "You can probably go now."
Is this yours? Great. Bye. Oh, we didn't even wait around for a tip.
Is there I said that?
No, that was
Oh, okay. I was gonna...
yes. So no, Azurus is just snuggling, nuzzling, not saying much.
That's all I wanted.
He's probably just happy to keep all
So
his
as the
fingers
two
and toes.
guard drakes start walking with you guys down the long, massive bridge back to town, is there anything else you guys would like to do for this 3-hour walk?
I want to start a fight with some. No, I'm kidding.
Can I buy a violin? Oh no, wait!
Sure.
I did this last
shit,
time. I did this last time.
I do wanna buy a thing.
I have a stringed instrument now. I don't need a violin. We're good.
I have nothing good for long range attacks, so I need to buy myself a freaking long range weapon.
Yeah, you could just do that off stream. You don't have to say. You can obviously find a ranged weapon at any time. So just
Okay.
Yeah.
But what if Eagleman does a good one?
looking for a magic one. You have to head to town and look for that because
Yeah, we can do that later. That's fine.
Magic one would probably be maybe out of our price range anyway.
I would say
I don't
they're
even
not
know how
cheap.
much money I have.
I mean, like a
anymore.
+1 bow could be not that expensive, but anyways, so you guys make your way back and spinning things along. You arrive back at the Hidden Boar boarding house.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I need some food.
A nice hot meal sounds good.
Oh yes, yes. I hear the Hidden
We
Boar
should have,
has
like,
a
a feast.
thing where you can hunt your own pig and eat it. And then you hear Grim go, "Oh no, he did not."
I've been tempted to try and eat.
Grim
what
will
he
harm you. And I think he has his pig with him right now. I think
You can't carry
Ernie
it
is
anymore.
Yeah.
yeah, so Ernie's just like
Yeah, clearly that's how we got.
That is right, Ernie.
That's how we got Ernie. Grim
Oh
decided.
god, those are big.
He didn't
Yeah.
start off that big.
He started more like snack size. Now he's like feast size.
Right, so I suppose we don't really have to wait. We can just have this one.
Don't. Ernie's a friend.
Gonna Grim kill him.
No, Grim.
He is less
Here's
important than Ernie.
Clearly, Ernie's a friend.
You're like,
Beg your pardon. I'm much more important than that pig. That pig cannot cast magics. And I can now. So therefore, I'm more important. Ernie can cast magics. Can you not, Ernie?
clear. Ernie's would make better bacon than you would.
You
so
know,
don't
it's
worry about
been. Is Ernie better at maybe not pooping on the floor?
What, than me?
No.
it.
No, than he used to be.
It's not like you house
He
trained him
never
or
had the
anything.
problem. It's that we gave him so much berry that he pooped. Now he's bigger pig, so will not poop.
I mean,
Right,
he's
Darnie?
still
How
gonna
about
poop.
a berry?
Wouldn't that just be bigger poop?
He just goes,
I guess we'll find out. But Grim, you're getting your own room again, all right?
nah, it's fine with Grim. Grim loves to stretch out.
All right.
Ernie takes up most of the room.
All right, so you guys can go ahead, sit down, and get yourself something to eat. The menu's the same, hasn't changed.
Truffle
Can I have-
oil stuff.
Pig, or are you gonna have truffle stuff?
What? A beer wasn't named after Blue
And you
Man
can
Group?
have,
I'm offended.
Yeah.
I do believe that you can have truffle French fries.
Truffle fries.
Truffle fries.
I think I might try the
Like
ribs.
truffle, but okay.
You're gonna try what?
They got ribs, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Pork
I'm gonna
ribs?
try the ribs.
Okay, so you're gonna have a whole serving of pork ribs, which is like literally the full rib cage of the pig,
Yep.
served up in front of you. And they say, well, whenever you order it, she says, "Oh, do you want the inside
Yes.
too?"
Sure.
Okay, cool. So like the
I
full
don't know
full
what it
Monty.
is, but I'll take it.
So basically, when you get there, it's pig intestine stuff for to make sausage, like the full link, and it's just kind of piled in there with cooked pork liver, and like it's like literally like all the organs kind of prepared in, and it's kind of gross to look at.
Big
Upon
old
hearing all
meat
this,
tray.
Mitnir didn't order because he assumes he's not going to.
So it's kind of like a it doesn't just look like, oh look, these are the organs but cooked, but it's like, here's some cooked organs.
It's a platter using the ribs as a bowl.
It
Yes.
looks delicious.
It is quite delicious.
I'm having the
Side.
truffle fries. Fries.
Truffle fries. I do not eat meat, but I eat insects.
Truffle fries with a small
I
side
do
salad
not like that.
and in some of that what was it, honey wine that they had before?
Meat. Yep.
Yep.
Cool. You guys are all served up.
All right, Mitnir, you in on this?
Mitnir was already like pulling it like a sausage piece. Like, thanks.
You're already like slurping up the sausages like a spaghetti string.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, uh-huh.
Oh my god, just swallowing the glizzies. Okay.
His other hand's like reaching over to steal a truffle fry, just like,
Ow!
Oh, this is remarkable. Let's get a double order of this. All of this. Double it. And she's just like, oh, you guys brought a rich boy. I like it.
I mean, I'm sure Ernie can help us clean the table.
Double French fries, double pig. Whole pig.
Double pig platter.
So yeah, you guys can have everything that you want to eat because it's on Cleary's budget, which is aristocratic.
What is the entertainment tonight?
Oh, well, you know exactly what it is.
I throw a rib at him.
So our good friend Gary is standing on stage, and he's saying,
It's just
You
the
ever
bone. Though. We already
notice-
ate the meat.
"Do you ever notice when adventurers disappear nowadays to go exploring the ruins? Well, heck, I get a hell of a lot funnier." Everyone's like, "What?
I throw a rib.
Oh, shit. Well, I'm getting fed already. They said you can't make ends meet as a comedian, but look at me now."
I throw an empty rib.
It's just a bone.
It's just a bone. Oh, man. Oh, throw me a bone here. Picks it up.
I'm not sure if I'm helping him or not now.
Oh, no. I hope something doesn't awaken in me. Am I becoming a prop comic? Nobody look! That's not part of the set! Hold on, let me reset! He runs off stage for a second. He comes back. He says,
When he comes
"So,
back,
did you guys hear the one about the tiefling?
I do
Real horny."
I do some prestidigitation, and like as he says tiefling, then like I'll do like a big shadow on the curtain behind him, like a tiefling shadow.
People are like, "Who? He's real horny."
And then I make a little sound.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, I like that one. People in the audience are like, "What?" Okay, sure.
And I'll just throughout his set, I'm just gonna prestidigitate things to like add effects and like clouds and smells and sounds and whatever.
Okay, well, it goes over about 5% better than it usually does, which doesn't say much.
No, I'm definitely having fun at his expense. Like maybe the tiefling shadow just like starts mocking
But
him.
by the
like,
end of this, he's like, "Who's doing this? If I find you in the audience, I swear to God!" And everybody's just loving the fact that he's freaking out so much about this. Is
I
this
stand
you?
up and
It's
wave.
You. You're here every week. You're making this.
No, I stand up and wave.
And he just collapses on the stage.
Do you think he's okay?
Everybody cheers.
I'm sure he's fine.
He had a bit too much to drink.
And then Hicks takes the stage, and he's like, well, all right, that was great, Gary. And he just starts pushing him with his foot.
Nate has
Enjoy
redeemed.
it.
Nate has redeemed inspiration for the comic.
Okay. So what does that do?
Gives him a D6 to
Oh.
Perform
for his
better?
performance check.
Okay, so as he's laying there on the ground, he's getting shoved. He's just like, where am I? Whew. Oh my God. I understand comedy now. Move out of the way, Hicks. I've got a set.
Oh God.
Oh no, he's back again.
I don't have any jokes pulled up for this. He's like, wait, no, I've got to write them all down. Catch me at the next show. It's gonna be great. And runs away off the stage.
All right, well,
Well, that was interesting.
never.
Tip your waiters. You're all great. He's clipping, but the effect is a little bit better because he's clipping his fawn hooves against the deck.
You know, I don't know if the terrible comedy is maybe part of the charm here. If people just enjoy getting really drunk and having really fattening, greasy food and just being.
I'm fairly certain it's heart attacks that people come back for.
Yeah, so, but you know, I don't understand why they keep having him come back. It's just not good.
It's
Like
hard to say.
maybe he's somebody's son or something. We don't
Or
really
maybe
know that
he's-
much about Gary.
Cheap. Maybe it's inexpensive.
Or there's just no one else.
Or
They
there's no
they
one
really
else.
need to work on their PR. I mean, I've talked to Iggs about this before. The mud pit would be great for brawling and wrestling. Never mind that the Blue Man group is here. Well, was here.
Well, they did mention before that they're not used to high caliber entertainment here because those people that do that go to the fancier places.
So you're saying we should start a fight in the
Well,
pit?
this place is always packed. Like, okay, they might not be the wealthiest people ever, but we made a pretty good amount of money. I mean, there must not be a lot of entertainers in this town. That's all I have to say, because this is a venue that offers an audience, and nobody's like trying to be up and coming or anything. It's just Gary.
Maybe Gary scares away the competition.
It's hard to say. Really.
It is really like I wouldn't want to follow that.
What do you mean? It'd be easy to follow
Grim
that.
thinks that it is just mean to go after Gary. I mean, come on.
No,
If
he's
you
trying
are
really
fond
hard.
of her-
It's
Oh,
you know.
no, I can.
He's trying really hard. I appreciate that. Not everybody's good at everything, and maybe he'll, you know. I mean, look, he's up there. Nobody else is up there. That's. You have to give him credit.
Well, I know that we've had actually a few days of travel, but the food being so good, having everybody back, why don't we make a party of this? Yeah.
I thought
Get
it
some
already
drinks?
was a party.
Ah, let's get like a real party. Get
I'm
some
on-
drinks going in here.
I'm on my
and
third
just-
mead.
Oh my god, I didn't even notice. Mitnia? Shots? Huh? Oren?
Minier's down.
All right, so from this point, I'll just have everybody roll a Constitution check.
Check or a
Rhapsody's gonna
save?
be the designated driver because she's a featherweight.
We're already home, technically.
Yeah, is a save or a
She's
check?
gonna be the responsible adult and
Constitution
making
saving
sure that
throw.
everyone is okay. Even
Saving
though
throw? Okay.
I'm gonna do a con saving throw just so I can know.
21.
I almost rolled a nat 20.
11.
I'm at a 10. That first shot hit hard.
It's all the exhaustion.
You're at 10. Cleary rolled an 8.
You're
he's
all
doing-
lightweights.
Round
So-
2.
I came up on 11-1, guys. I cannot be beat.
So-
That stuff is hardy as fuck.
So I'll just say this. In the morning, the only person who remembers what happens is Seti.
And Brapsy.
And Bropsy, who wasn't drunk. So you guys get to tell the story of what happened the night before. But we could just do it in character. You wake up the next morning. Mitnir, Orin, and Cleary. You wake up in a pile. You wake up. Cleary sits up. He is wearing no shirt. He has nothing but furs wrapped around his waist. He doesn't own furs. What? Wind streaming in through the window. And you guys are wherever you want to be because you're the 21, you're fine, and you didn't drink. So what do you guys want to do?
Well, when they wake up, Seti's just sitting there, like, looking at them, like...
Seti sits... Cleary sits up and goes, Seti, oh!
Oh, yeah. It's going too hard for a bit. They make a really good, like, egg thing downstairs, though. Would you like me to go get you one?
Ah,
You see Orin's arm go up.
Yeah.
He's just doing this. I'll take one.
Mitnir's foot goes up.
Oh, yes, please. Wait.
Yeah.
Why was I not invited yesterday? Arnie and I had to go to the party, and the next thing I come back and you were all drunk.
He's buying.
I will buy you all breakfast if you will take a bath.
Yes, that should probably be our first stop
They
before...
don't have that here.
Yeah. I'll go get the hangover cures from downstairs. Oh boy.
Cleary, why are you wearing furs?
I honestly don't know. I don't own any furs.
Where did you get them?
I don't know.
Looks to Seti like,
I'm out the door downstairs.
looks back over to Bropsy.
Perhaps you went with Sithy. We're gonna go
Cleary
talk our
keeps
stories.
turning her fur around, and then you guys see a boar's head on it. Oh, well, at least we know what animal it is.
I wonder if that was in the room.
Are in someone else's room?
I don't remember seeing a boar skin rug, but... Yep.
Better quit. Where are your pants?
Oh, shit! I thought I were under here. Oh my god, no! Ugh. Mm. That's a good question.
Downstairs is Strig
Okay.
at the bar.
Is what?
Strig,
Yeah, Strig's at the bar.
3 hangover cures, maybe 6 hangover cure things.
Pushes them towards you.
Yeah. Is I look around.
They were all made.
Yeah. No slider, just a gold piece. How are you? You okay?
I've seen things I never saw before.
Yeah.
But that's mostly because I've never met a Vidalkin before.
Yeah, you know, they have asses just like everybody else. Who knew?
Yeah?
Yep. Anyway, thank you for these.
Good day.
What does the bar area look like?
Spotless.
Okay.
But it sounds like
Yep. No, the bar is spotless. It looks freshly clean.
Yeah, all right. They're good. They're good though. Back upstairs, and I'm gonna say Cleary bought out this entire floor at one point during the night. So this is just our party zone.
Okay.
So
You sit there and you're stepping over random individuals you don't know.
Mhm.
You met them last night.
Yep. I've got a few extra. Anybody want hangover cures? You guys are still asleep. All right.
Oh.
Yeah. Here
And
you go.
look, and there's Griselda, whatever her name is,
Oh,
on
the
the ground.
dwarf. Hey, you really came out of your shell last night. Look at you go.
I like pretty glowy boy.
Yeah, who knew you had that in you? Whoa, save it for later. You need to drink up and hydrate today, alright? Hydrate.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, good.
Telling that to a dwarf. Come on. They know.
As you guys see her, she walk back in, you see a foot get moved back away from the door as she comes in.
You're still just laying there and just goes, ah!
You wouldn't happen to know where my pants are, would you, Sadie? Oh.
Oh, well. I think... yeah, we might need to buy you new pants. You're probably not going to get those back.
Fair enough.
At least not in one piece. I think I remember something about
There was, yeah, there was like a sort of strongman moment where people were like, you know, well, I can do this, and ripped off their shirt. And
Oh, did I rip off my shirt?
no.
Oh. That would have been a really surprising realization that I was that strong.
Well, you did rip off your pants, so
Ooh, that sounds harder somehow.
yeah, kind of actually. There's less leverage, I think. So, it was impressive, and you did I guess you won because the other person wasn't willing to rip off their pants. So,
or fall on their ass while doing it.
well, you know, but
That does explain the coccyx pain.
here's your
Thank you
leverage.
so very much. I apologize so much. I thought party would be fun.
But it was. I had a
Oh
lot
yeah,
of fun.
yeah.
I think we all had a lot of fun. It's just, you know, sometimes you
do
don't.
it
Abruptly, I
again.
remember you were drinking. What did I do to Azores?
Oh,
What?
there were some sparkles involved. Maybe it was fun. It's all right. It's all right. That's the thing about partying, right? It's very embarrassing. Everybody has a lot of fun, but then hardly anybody remembers the fun in the morning, and that's probably for the best. So,
Hangover cure. He is partaking.
yeah, drink up, everybody. Oren, here's yours. I have 2 extras. If anybody feels like they need a double. I also can do some cure wounds, or some healing words, if people ever
That's
still.
not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I've done the math.
Well, maybe not for the hangover, but for the various, like the coccyx pain.
Oh,
Um,
I'm sure I'll be fine. Yeah, I got a good night's sleep after all that. But I will say, I believe restoration spells work very well to remove the effects of latent hangovers.
Oh, yeah, I don't have. I mean,
No, that's fine. I don't either. I just,
I have one or two. I'm gonna check.
one or two. Oh, there's three of us. Well,
Graham, do you know how to do restoration spells?
Grim is not wasting spells on this.
Wait.
I thought so.
Boulder parchment shears.
You shit your bed. You will lie in it.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't know
Just
if I
stares
do.
at Grim. I am not in my bed, so even if I did
Wait.
shit, it's not in my bed.
Hold up.
I think your restoration's on your necklace.
Well, on D&D Beyond, it says, yeah, lesser restoration from the Necklace of Prayer Beads, but looking at the document that we made when I actually put down what the Necklace of Prayer Beads has, it has Bless, 2 Cure Wounds, 1 Favor, 2 Smite, and a Broken Windwalk. There's no...
The favor, I believe, is a restoration.
Ah, okay. I have 1.
You
But
can
is that-
use it on Cleary. I think he's the worst off of us 3.
I don't drink as often as the other two. That's so sad. I mean, I'm not one to be selfish, but I could really use it if I'm going to focus on any sort of
I
rituals
walk up to
today.
Cleary.
Hmm.
Can I say anything? And I look up at him and look down. Kneel.
He's already on the floor.
Oh, okay. I boop him on the head.
Oh. Oh. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I never realized how good it feels to not be hungover with it getting removed just like that. Oh, it feels like someone took an anvil off my shoulders.
But carrying
Oh.
anvil makes you strong.
Oof. Right, well, we have a lot to get up to today, don't we? And he starts talking obnoxiously loud next to you.
yeah. Maybe we'll let we need them to probably recover a bit before we go see Wolfsbane.
Right. Well, let's all
And-
get a very good breakfast,
We need
and then
to find you some pants.
I will go purchase some. Thank you.
All right.
Oh, well, I suppose. This is not the best look for doing that. Would somebody mind purchasing me some pants?
Um,
And a shirt would be great as well. Covers
Just
some
like
stuff a
pull
little bit.
bed sheet, like without getting up, just grabs a bed sheet and just like offers the bed sheet to him.
Oh,
I
that
think
works
I
too.
have a spare tunic and pants you can borrow until you get something.
I mean, either way, we'll figure it out. But after breakfast, we should go speak with this Wolfsbane person. Let's get started, I suppose. And then we'll just go ahead and take our break there.
oh, it is that time already.
So we'll take our break. We'll be back in 5 minutes, guys, and we'll do this thing. When I say this thing, I mean something other than hanging out at the bar. That's all we ever do anymore.
Round 2
Hey,
at
I
the bar.
like
Let's
hanging
go.
out at the bar. Okay.
Yeah. Well, no, you have to go back now because I
What
had
the
to look
fuck
up.
did he do to Azurus? What did I miss?
I think she's probably a bunch of different colors now, and maybe shiny and sparkly.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I like that.
Yeah, we had some fun with
I
the
can
dragon
match her.
scales.
All right. Well, let's take our break, and we'll be back soon.
Back in 5.
So back to the game. You guys have breakfast, start to feel a little bit better, and the day is yours.
All right. Well, Mitnir, are you ready to? You're sure you still want to do this?
I mean, you're kind of like, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I think so. I think it's good. I mean, no one said there's any, like, negative side effects, so.
I
it's-
mean, yeah. I mean,
think
it's power.
The negative
and-
side effects are physical changes.
Yeah.
If that happens.
Yeah, and just being different.
Like you might sprout some horns or some wings or something, or a tail. Who knows?
Or get sticky.
Maybe kind of goes through all these like. So you're saying I'd look more like a dragon than I already do?
We don't know. I would be surprised if that happened. I mean, we don't know what Wolfsbane looked like before he took in his shards, but...
Well, he said he used to look human.
Well, yeah, but...
He doesn't look anything like human now. But he's taken 4 shards, so...
Yeah.
I mean, if it's going to help us.
It's not
Get in.
imperative, you know? Don't... I mean...
On do we think it'll help us?
Yeah, probably. It's like, not only did we do a delve, but we got this shard, and now we are something more than what we were before. And it's like a... It's not even like it's a rite of passage, it's like something that... Like a mark of honor or something that people seek out and pay a lot of money for. So yes, it will help us have better reputation here in town. But I don't want you to do it because you think it'll be, you know.
Well, I don't really have much to say in this situation. But I will say somebody should do it, because otherwise I got very drunk last night and stayed out down here with you hooligans for nothing.
Depending on the results, we're getting drunk again.
Clary, we had a lot of fun last night.
I made mistakes.
You did, but that's half the fun, and you know, we saw a different side of you. We saw a lot of different sides of you.
Just
But
feel as if there's something definitely embarrassing happened, and it wasn't just me losing my pants.
Waking
So,
up in a boar skin?
it's pretty bad.
Clary, it's fine. It was fine. We had a lot of fun last night. You let loose a little bit, you know? Everybody's a little bit different when they're drunk, you know? It's almost so like some people are a completely different person, and sometimes it's just like people are more themselves because they're out of their own way. So
Ooh, talking walk.
yeah, we're talking and walking.
You should have been here when Seti got drunk.
No. See, that's not...
It was
Said
great.
he was drunk. I mean, I think she was sort of drunk last night.
I can't pace with you guys. I just hold it better. You know, I've been drinking elven wine since I was like 3.
Maybe
So-
you just like stares at Seti and's like,
In fact, in my village, pretty much wine is all we drink. We don't really
Sounds like
do
a
water.
very irresponsible way of raising your children.
Well, you know, but you build a tolerance, right? And
3-year-olds are dangerous.
I mean, it's because, you know, the water is not always safe. And so we ferment things, and then the fermentation gets alcohol, and, you know, you drink
But
that.
you said you drank wine.
Seti,
Well,
next
sure,
time
not a
we're
lot
not
of it, though.
trying to get things done. You and me.
Graham will win.
And maybe Grim.
Oh, Grim does not have to play to win.
I feel like Grim
Then
can
you're-
probably hold his own, too.
All right, so as you guys are making your way down the familiar paths and streets of the Twilight Town,
Should we kind of
Town.
sneak in discreetly?
you find your way at the very, actually quite fancy entrance of the Twilight Reserve. Looking in through the atrium, you see the large tree that seems to be growing in the middle. Small little section around which, and further in where you see, or not tree, sorry, this is the field of flowers. Sort of growing in the middle with some chairs around it, and ahead of which you see, once again, Caliendo Esperanza seems to every morning be here talking up the Tabaxi woman behind the teller desk, whatever.
Do you at least bring breakfast or coffee?
Oh, yes. Yes, I do, in fact. Welcome. I actually heard that you were going to be coming in today. Very impressive that you found... Well, fracture on your first outing. It's quite impressive. Don't worry, everyone here is safe. Except that guy. Huh. I'm just messing with you, Tom. Right.
Mental note, don't trust Tom.
Wolfsbane's waiting for you. So, any pop?
Right.
As you guys walk in, you see him standing there, facing his wall of books behind his desk. He's back to you.
Cleary also has nice, fancy new duds, by the way.
Oh, yeah. You guys definitely had to stop and buy some
Mhm.
clothes for him.
Mm-hmm.
You can dress him if you want.
Yeah, something that really brings out the blue.
He's wearing blue. It really brings out the blue.
And it's all accented with the
No,
boar.
I was like maybe like a bronze color.
Sure.
You know, some complementary colors.
It's fine, I'll try it. He's wearing orange, bright orange.
No.
Complimentary. No. All right.
I
So he looks nice. So as you guys are coming in, he says, "You had me waiting for some time. I said morning. You only barely just."
I'm so sorry. We should have definitely clarified an exact time.
Well, and he turns around very slowly. Let's get to it.
Right.
Clearly, it's over. This guy's very theatrical.
And good luck, Minir. And I'm going to kind of just brush the drum a little bit in like a little faint echo of the like roaring beat from his theme song and just give him a d6 of inspiration. In case he needs it.
Sure.
I mean, you just kind of smirks.
Why
at
does
the-
he need inspiration?
Well then, let's get ready. And
Do
as
I
he
guidance?
moves his hands,
I get a guidance.
and as he does, all of the windows, shutters close, the doors fly in and close from the sides. You didn't even know there were doors to this place, but it turns out they like slide from inside the wall. Those kind. Slam close, and the whole room is dark. Then you see a circle made with these small little flames, green and flickering. He gestures. The rug, now that you see sits at the base or on the floor of his office, actually seems to have arcane runes in it. And as you settle in, they begin to glow ever so slightly. Please, Midnir, if you'll take a seat.
to the floor.
Yes.
Just kind of like gently like sits down and like
So you see, he
crosses
sort of
his
lifts
legs.
his hand, he lifts his legs up, and he slowly floats down, and sort of it enters like a sort of meditation position.
through my head, show off.
Right. Well, the key is a clear and open mind. You have the fracture?
Just kind of motions to whoever has the. I think Seti, you have the bag.
Yeah, I'll take it out of my bag and hold it out.
Okay. So he takes it, and as it comes over, like you see it starts floating, because it never isn't floating. And he sort of guides it back between the two of you. And then he just lets go, and it just floats there, right there in the center, just slowly turning. And so you can see it's almost like it's alive. You can see sort of almost like fluid-like green light twisting inside of it. It says, Mithnia, pay very close attention to my voice. Do you willingly accept the power that is contained in this vessel?
Of course.
Well, it is important for this to work. You must willingly accept it. First, we will release it into you. From there, it is up to you. But remember to meditate and try to guide it. Guide your strength and feel the power widen up inside you. When you find yourself truly, that will be the moment that you can become one with the power. So he mumbles a few arcane words, and you see the green fire lights in his hands once again, and he gestures forward towards you, and you feel heat for a second flash over you, and as the flames fall over your face, you feel something come into your body. Everything goes black, your vision goes black, your senses go black. You hear that voice, focus, focus. You open your eyes, and you see a distant heartbeat. And you see this little bit of green light around the heart just you see the green light begin to twist and turn around it. And then you see eyes open beyond it, blue electricity arcing from inside. As it breathes, you see the heart lights up with electricity.
The cat's playing in her crinkled toy.
Starbuck, you suck so much. See your heart thinning nights, blue electricity flaring out in all directions from it, and you can see the shape of a dragon, one you've seen before behind it. Do you accept this power, child?
Kind of sneers a little bit at the child remark, but it's like, yes.
Surprise. Very well. Then choose. And you feel heat rush through your body. Your vision goes black again. I need you to roll a D100.
Oh, shit.
Does he get to add his inspiration and guidance?
He chooses to.
So what would that be? A D6 and a
D4.
D4?
High doesn't necessarily
Yeah,
mean
I was
good,
gonna say,
though.
like, we don't
Yeah,
know
I know,
what
that's
this
why
is
I'm like-
for.
Nah,
You
we'll
muted
just go with a
Beelan.
D.
You can roll the number, all right, and then you can decide if you want to add the other ones, if you like the number or not. I'll allow that.
Ooh.
24. So it's up to you. Once it's locked in, it's locked in.
Yeah, we're gonna add both of them. So D4 and a D6.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Plus 5, 29.
29.
Man, the rolls today. Whew. I'm glad we're not fighting.
Hey, I got a 21 on my con save. I'm happy.
That's true.
29. Okay. As you feel the energy pour into you, feel your heart beat faster and faster. And then I need you to roll a d6.
2.
2. As the electricity beating in your heart, you feel your heart start to seize. And you guys see him as it beats faster and faster and faster. And as it does, you see ice beginning to slowly crawl its way across his chest and spread out over. And as you begin to freeze and tense up, your heartbeat begins to slow and steady. And as it begins to move over your body, you see the ice spreads and then fades. You open your eyes. You feel like you've been through the ringer, but you feel fine. Your last roll is D10.
Big money, no whammy? Eee, 3.
Okay. So, first things first.
I am dead.
I don't know how to add things to your sheet. Like when they're like custom abilities and stuff like that. But write down on a piece of paper for me that you have abyssal resilience.
Okay.
And you now have resistance to cold.
Ching.
That is the ability that you received. You are resistant to cold damage. But also, you should note, for each additional abyssal fracture that you awaken, or any other resistance fracture that you awaken, this ability will improve. But for now, you are resistant to cold damage.
So you can add that just by clicking on the defenses section on your character sheet,
Mm-hmm.
and you can just it'll walk you through just adding cold resistance.
I totally
Indeed,
just
yeah.
said that, but I was muted.
Ah, yeah.
That was definitely the least exciting of all of the ones you could have rolled.
Well, it's not terrible.
But it's a very good ability.
Yeah,
I mean, just free resistance to a damage type.
Sure. Why not?
But
Yeah, I wouldn't
not
complain about that.
one of
Okay,
the
so we see him freeze over and then kind of release.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
By the way, Mitnir, this is for you to know. You feel as though you have goals to achieve. And if somebody gets in the way of your goals, you may not take so kindly to it anymore. You gain 1 point of abyssal corruption. So just keep that in mind. All right. So looking at Mitnir, by the way, you will notice that there is a slightly blue sheen to your scales. Or you already had a blue sheen, but like a slight blue, like sort of sheen.
like an
Frosted
icy
iridescent.
sort of, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You got some frosted. Good frosted.
Frosted tips. Nice.
Yeah.
They just got a sheen to them. And that wasn't there before, just a little bit of a sheen when you catch them in certain light. But it was successful. Hard to say what sort of ability you arrived at. Looks like you received something in the body transfiguration, something that will keep you alive. This is good.
How do you feel,
Cold.
Gagnor?
About the same, I guess.
Good. It looked kind of painful there for a second. You really tensed up.
I mean, I feel like I've been beat to shit, but not like I'm hurt or anything. Just it's like a long day, and it's just the beginning.
Yeah. Rospin, thank you. Can we compensate you somehow?
Oh, no, it's fine. Like I said before, the materials are not very expensive, just the candles. And you'll see that the flames hit the bottom of the candles and they're just ash. This is good.
Yeah, it does. Thank you. Midner, yeah. Guess we should go. And
Sure.
maybe take it
Whatever
easy the
works.
rest of the day.
We do have
Remember-
work to do.
To focus. And, of course, if you ever want to transform your power, you can see another Awakener for a certain amount of fee. They can guide you to new power. But
I think I'm good with.
it is not cheap.
Just kind of look to myself like I think we're good with where I am for now.
Good.
I don't have like a horn or anything, do I? And like touches my head looking at everybody.
No, you look pretty much the same. You just get a little bit of an extra sheen to
You
you.
got bluer.
But I was already blue.
Yeah, now you're different colors of blue. You got bluer.
I guess, you know what? Technically, it would be white. That's what it would be. It would be kind of like a white sheen. But
So yeah, frosted tips.
frosted tips. Because white dragons are cold dragons. Blue dragons are lightning dragons. So you would get a little bit of white. Okay, cool. So you guys are like, all right, now get out of my office. Bye.
um,
All right, so Cleary, did you take some good notes there?
Yes, it didn't look like much.
yeah, I was kind of disappointed actually. Like, I mean,
Uh,
he was
you
very
guys-
theatrical about
Sorry,
it.
I didn't describe it. On the outside, with the exception of his flailing around, there was a lot of like arcane weaving going on with the hands that, that the other guy was doing. But it was more important what was going on for Midnier, right?
Mhm.
So it's like, I think I got most of the symbols down. Not too terribly surprising. I think I could pull this off with a little bit of study.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't a lot in the way of like components and ritual and stuff. It seemed very simple, and it was over so fast.
I believe that the rug wasn't a rug. I think underneath there was very, very intricate sigil,
Oh.
which might be very difficult to make. I'd have to
Yeah.
find out exactly what material it was, but it
Mm.
looked to have been some sort of very conductive metal, I think, or crystal. Not sure.
Well, at least you have something to work with now.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I'll
There's
get
probably
studying.
like, I mean, these people have to learn how to do it somehow. There's probably like, I don't know, an apprenticeship program or something.
I'm certain so. Well, is there anything else the rest of you want to do today? Involving me, I'm more than happy. Otherwise, I'll pop back and get studying. I've got a bit of gold to throw around myself right now. I might look in on one of these auctions.
Hmm.
I think we need to head to the Solaris district.
We do. I would really like to find some gear. I don't know what I have that I think an auction is probably out of our means, but I have some stuff I could sell and maybe get some money to work with. I want to try to find some gloves that would help me be better at the sort of traps and things that I've kind of struggled with in the last
we could
place.
probably go to Red Wolf Warehouse, see what they got.
Yeah.
If anything, they might
Oh,
buy
Eagleman's.
whatever you have.
Eagleman's, he has lots of stuff. We met Archibald.
Yeah, apparently Archibald is like the like
He's like the start. He started the whole
yeah,
legion.
and the whole family's mad at him or something because he just went off and never came back and maybe stole a bunch of stuff. I don't know.
Oh, it's
I mean,
because he
it's-
keeps selling stuff and they
Yeah,
get none
and
of the money.
yeah.
Oh right, yeah.
So they were like really shocked that we saw Archibald.
So you're saying next time we see him, we should demand a higher discount?
Sure, makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, good luck to you all. I think I'm gonna go hit the books. See you
Alright.
next time, though.
I recommend reading them, not hitting them.
Oh. Yes. Thank you, Lydia.
All right, Cleary.
And then
It's a neat trick.
He used his shard.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So whatever you guys want to do. It's all you.
I want to go find some gloves of thievery.
Okay.
Mhm.
And I'll have to sell some stuff to get it. So I want to sell my mithril breastplate already, the one I just bought. I want to sell that.
What depends?
Oh my
What's the price?
God.
I don't know.
You may try to thieve the thief gloves, and get them for free.
You don't have to sell your thing. If you need extra money, I can give you my money.
Well, I don't need the breastplate. I have better armor now. So.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Sell that shit.
Okay, so to make matters short, you go to Eagleman's.
But we like our peeing it. It's fun.
It's fine. I'm cool with skipping. I don't want to talk to any
If you guys
Eaglemans.
want to go to an Eagleman and talk to the Eaglemans, I'll pull him right out. I'm human. We can do that.
No, I'm good. Just
That's
tell me how much
sure.
I get and then how much the gloves cost, and we'll see if I can.
What are you selling?
Mithril breastplate that I bought. I don't remember how much I paid for it. But it's basically brand new. I mean,
250 gold. What they'll pay for your mithril breastplate.
250.
Yeah.
That's shit. Well, I have one ruby left worth 500 gold, so I'll sell that for
Sure.
500 gold. I need
make
to
a
make-
persuasion check.
Mm-hmm.
I'll kiss guidance.
Okay.
Fuck no guidance.
Natural 20.
Boom.
500 gold sounds great. Wonderful deal.
All right.
Yes, no, sure. 500 gold. That's perfect for this little jewel. Oh, so beautiful.
We also
Yeah.
have 600 gold worth of gems as a group. So if we can offload those and then divide the 600 gold between us, that being what 120 gold each?
Sure, we'll totally buy that for 600. Absolutely.
Wait, which?
Love doing business with you. Oh, shiny rocks. Oh, my favorite.
All right, now gloves of thievery. How much do they cost?
6,000 gold.
6,000.
Yep, Ruskies.
That's ridiculous. All right, that's a lot of money.
These are sticky fingy gloves.
Well, not for. I don't want to steal things with them. I just want to get better at disarming traps.
Well, that's what they are. Sticky fingy gloves.
But that's so expensive. I'm going to go to Red Wolves and get a better deal.
Good luck. We sell cheaper.
Do they really?
Oh, yeah. What a big conglomerate.
That's true. We did learn that
They're the
last time.
small people going out of business because we can charge less.
They're the Walmart of.
We're Walmart bitches, and we're all human.
All right. Well, I also have.
Human.
We're all human. Especially me. That's right. Me.
Voice of Walmart personified. Yeah.
All right. I have 2 scrolls. Passwall and
Peter.
2 scrolls to sell. Passwall and
Huh?
Phantasmal Killer. 2 scrolls.
Pass wall?
Passwall and Phantasmal Killer. None of us can use those, so let's get rid of
What
them.
level are
How
they?
much money do you have?
I have 2,000.
I have 2,000. I could give you if you really want the gloves.
I do really want the gloves, but 6,000 is a. fucking lot of
I'll give
money.
you a total of 1,300 gold for these 2 scrolls.
1,300 for the scrolls. All right. All right. Now we're
Mhm.
getting somewhere.
And this is you succeeding in our bartering check.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, how much do we all get from splitting the gems?
120 each.
120 gold.
I
I
have.
can give you 1,000 gold back.
I have more stuff I can sell. I have 200 pounds of salt. Do I just want to hang on to that? I guess so.
I mean, that's-
Resurrection.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
our cauldron. Uh-oh.
I have a scroll of remove curse, but I think the druids might be able to use that if you guys wanted to, or we could sell it. Remove curse.
I think we should keep that.
Okay. We also have the 9 live stealer longsword that nobody wanted to use.
I mean, I can't use a longsword. So.
I
This
thought
is
you
a
would.
very fine item.
Let's see how much they would offer for it.
Yeah, I
don't
can't
remember
use
if-
long swords.
I don't remember if Grim or
Okay.
you were considering it also.
I was considering it, but if it's worth a lot of money, maybe I'll take the money.
Metagame, it has some really good uses.
It really does, but I already have a really cool sword.
Yeah, that doesn't fit in here.
Yeah, so you know,
Well,
if it had been a rapier, yeah, you know.
Make
If
me
it
a
had been a great
persuasion
sword.
check for this one.
A
This
per-
one's selling character because this is a lot of money we're dealing with
This is
here.
another persuasion check.
Well, no, do this in character. So
well,
you bring out 9 lives stealer, which is a katana with the skull. and
Right,
it's-
no, okay, yeah. So I rolled another natural 20, by the way, but I'm like, all right. I have justicing. All right, you guys.
I'm sure I won't be impressed. Yes, of course. Nothing could impress me.
We are New Death, and we just came back after 2 months in an abyssal delve that nobody had been in before.
Really? What?
found-
I mean, I've seen a lot of those.
No, you have not.
Yes, I sold like 6
We've-
this week. Yes, we did 6 whole. That's interesting.
We've
to
had
check.
this
So
identified
what-
by a scholar at the academy, and we know exactly how rare it is and how useful what it does would be to a name adventurer.
Fine. What's your 7,000 gold?
7,000. Oh, you can do so much better than that for a piece this rare and this valuable. You know what adventurers would pay for this?
7,000 is how much I would sell it to you for, please.
I know you guys can drive a hard bargain. I know you could sell this to somebody for more than
No, honestly,
7,000.
that's what it's worth. 7,000. I'm giving you full price here, baby. I ain't giving up a penny. I literally losing money here.
All right, guys, what do we think about 7,000? I mean, that's
Just go for it. Get your phone gloves.
all right.
Yeah.
It's
Raptus
better than
isn't much
carrying it
nicer than
around.
that, but
All right. Yeah. 7,000 for the sword.
I was about to just step up behind you and just like cross my arms.
Oh, I have a longbow. Or you have a longbow. Never mind. There's a longbow in somebody's bag of holding.
Alright, so 6,000 gold is the price for the gloves of thievery. But due to your multiple natural 20s, I will go ahead and say I'll knock some price off of your purchase of the gloves of thievery. So I'll let you buy that for 5,500.
Okay. So. Okay. I have to do some math because Seti will. Hang on. I'll figure it out. Continue.
So you just add 1,500 gold to you instead of 7,000.
Right then. Is there anything else you want while you're here?
Probably.
We got lots of things.
Potions
I-
of healing.
We do need healing potions, actually.
All right, we've got all types of those.
I would be interested if you had any special weapons that I could use long distance.
Now it depends on what you want. We've got sparky boom things, or we've got things that you go flip flip with, or we've got ones you go.
Well, you see, I know how to use all of those. So,
Right. Well,
tell me what you got.
so you want like the full shebang? Hey, that's gonna take a minute.
So, like, you're looking at like a sling, most likely.
Your sling works first. You want a sling?
Yeah.
You can't use
ranged
crossbows.
druid
or anything?
weapons. Yeah.
Mm.
Well, we don't really.
Sling
it's more
or
like
darts.
ammunition we sell that makes the sling good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Can you use daggers? You can throw daggers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
got daggers.
Daggers, darts, javelin.
You can't buy like a
sling and
quiver of
spear.
daggers.
I just imagine Bropsy, this little bird with like javelins flying around. Like,
Well, like one of those returning daggers or something, you know? You throw it and then it comes back and then you throw it again.
Yeah. It would be nice if something that used like does a javelin use dexterity or is that strength? Because I'm a dex girl.
I think all ranged weapons use.
I
dex,
don't know. I'm not
except
that experienced.
Possibly.
I use spells and then I forget that I have harms.
I only have one particularly interesting long-ranged weapon.
Okay, first off, what's your base price?
What do you mean base price?
What is? No haggling. What is the price for it?
3,000 gold.
Okay, I'm interested. Tell me.
It is called the Nemesis bow. It is called the I don't like you bow.
Ah,
Yes, the I don't like you bow.
okay. Do you like tell me about it? What makes it special?
Well, you say I don't like you. I'm going to kill you, and then well, you're better at killing that guy.
Well, it's a bow anyway, not a sling, right? So I don't have proficiency with it.
Do you still need the ranged weapon? I thought you were getting like a cantrip or something.
I wanted to see how that would compare to a cantrip. I don't know if it would be better.
I mean, what's your cantrip?
The cantrip that I was looking at is
At least I think
Because
what this is.
for the most part, spells are going to be better regardless. Because like a sling
Yeah.
might be like 1d4 or 1d6 or something.
Yeah.
And, like,
which one was
Cantrip
it?
will be higher.
2d8 or
I was looking at frostbite. 1d6 cold damage. And then it has disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll it makes.
it's
Okay, the
2d6
damage
or
goes
5.
up every couple of levels, like 5 levels or something.
Yeah,
So
we're level 6, so you do 2d6.
Oh.
so unlike your weapon, it scales with
You
you
are
as you
right.
level. So yeah.
Ah. Okay. I'm learning things.
Yeah. So yeah, I would just stick with the cantrip.
Okay.
Right. Well, anyways, I've got this really fancy bow. If you want to buy it, it's pretty good.
I think we're good.
Oh,
We
cool.
have a basic shield. I could upgrade my shield.
No, that's totally fine. It's not like this was OP or anything. Bye.
How about some?
I can't even use a bow.
None of
I
us-
gave the Eaglemans a list
Which
of all the
I
things
can
that I
use
could
the bow
use, and he went
badly.
outside of that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's a pretty good bow.
How about
I
some?
bet I could-
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that bow makes a really good improvised club.
Oh man, that one's stuck. I'm taking this away.
How about some elven boots?
I've got elven boots.
How much?
I don't know. Let me get my price sheet. I don't memorize it all. I'm a human after all.
No, that's fine.
Sure.
I'll wait.
Why do you want to be human?
I am human.
Okay, but why then do you feel the need to tell everyone that you're human?
Well, because sometimes it gets lost in translation.
Well-
All right, those will be 2,000 gold apiece.
I will buy some boots of elven kind. Does anybody else want some boots of elven kind? I think.
What is
Boots
it
of
make
every
it do?
kind. They make you super sneaky.
rest of
Don't
it.
I
Which is why I
already
call
have?
them sneaky,
boots
sneaky
of sneak?
sneakers.
Yeah, I think
I just
several
call
of you already have
sneakers.
them.
I do.
Anybody want to buy some sneakers?
I have 2,000 gold to spend. I will buy something for somebody.
Get a pair you like, because we're not coming back.
How much are the potions here? The greater potions?
Oh, that's right, potions.
The greater healing potions are 200 gold apiece.
Do you have any superior?
Oh, superior, of course I've got superior. I am rolling in superiors.
Do you have any good shields?
Let me find out.
That's all I would be interested in.
Just for clarity, I bought 4 graders.
Okay. No, they don't have that one. Do they have the next one? Hold up.
Produce
which one's-
flame is another good cantrip. Ropsy.
I don't know what that shield is, so I'm gonna say they don't have it. I have this shield here. That is the anti-distance shield. It's a. Hold it.
But frostbite looks objectively better. Well, I guess it does slightly more damage.
Well, the produce flame one, you cast it, it lasts 10 minutes, and then you have flame there, which you can use as a light. And then you can use your action.
But don't you give us light?
I can, yeah. Saying that's what it does.
I think
Uh,
everyone should
I
just
just
see
think
in the dark.
frostbite would be good because it gives
Disadvantage.
yeah.
It's fun. Yeah.
Yeah, as long as it hits.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And you
Or
gotta
as long as
remember
it
that.
Make the save.
Mhm.
Is.
So it was 200 for the greater healing potions.
Okay, so they have one good shield. Do what?
How much
It's
for
200
the How much for the superior healing potions?
superior?
Yeah.
Okay. Superior is 500 gold.
I'm gonna buy 5 graders.
Oh,
I was half expecting 5 superiors. Damn.
Oh, the difference
I
with
could-
those two spells also is the frostbite is a con save. The
mhm.
flame is a spell attack.
Oh, there we go. Yep. Okay, so they do have one of these shields, but it is 20,000 gold.
Oh, is that all?
So we'll put the gloves on Seti, and she will sticky finger the shield, and we'll walk away.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, fucking cheap.
I didn't
PK,
realize it
do
was that
crime.
expensive.
PK, do crime.
So
Thank you
Orin-
for these thieving tools.
Orin's gonna buy 1 superior and 2 graders.
But what if we all pool together and we get a discount on bulk potions?
Oh, that's not the shield. That wasn't the shield at all. Where was the shield?
Well, who else is buying potions?
I mean,
think-
if they
I think
don't
we
have a
all-
shield, I'll buy potions.
Do
I
you do,
used all of mine.
do you do bulk discounts for potions? Because we're
Sure.
buying like 10, 20 potions.
No, man, you guys are rubbing me raw.
I was gonna say only for purchases of over 300 potions.
Yeah, man, we sell big shit.
It's just the entire pallet of potions at that point.
Sorry, I was wrong. The shield is 6,000 gold that I have. I misread which
I mean,
shield it
that's
was.
still out of my price range.
It's real good though.
I can give you
We're
a
Spending
1,000.
everything on
Want to
Yeah,
know
potion.
why it's so good?
Why is it so good?
Because its name is Mickey.
That makes me uncomfortable. What?
Is it a very fine shield?
Mickey! And you watch the shield hovers over. Starts floating around it. Gorgeous shield.
Is it? It's like a shield you don't have to hold.
That's right, it's alive!
And it's plus something. Plus what?
Oh, it's just a shield, man, but it lives on its own. Free hands, man!
Not worth it.
Can't afford it anyway.
All right, I'm done. I've got everything I need.
You got
Man,
potions?
Pretty fancy shield, but okay. You're all crazy! These are the best shield ever to be sold!
I'm glad we don't. No, we can't get this.
At least says me!
Does Grim need potions?
Peter!
I should probably purchase potions. Let me make sure I don't have any.
Also gotta add 120.
I have a potion of speed. When did that happen?
I don't remember that potion of speed. Must have been on somebody. One of the
I have a
skeletons,
greater
maybe.
potion. Okay. I will buy one of each, I think, since I already possess a greater potion.
Well, Grim has 2 graders, so he's good.
That's
Right then, well,
700.
you guys are taking up a lot of my time.
We gave you a
So-
lot of money.
Yeah, I gave you a lot of money. That's how
That's
business
called-
works.
Bartering.
Are your gloves on?
Are they like wrist? Like do they go all the
No,
way
it's
to
just,
like your
you know.
elbow?
Actually, once you put those gloves on, they disappear.
Oh, that's right.
I was just imagining like the surgeon gloves, like and snap.
They're invisible.
So
once
Nobody can
worn.
tell you're wearing them.
Nope.
She puts her old gloves back on top of them.
That'd probably get uncomfortable. Because they're invisible, right? Not that they disappear.
Have you never worn
Cool.
double mittens?
You can get some sweaty hands.
Yeah. It's hard to play some stringed instruments that way.
I was
Too many
joking.
gloves.
I
That's
was
what the drum's for.
a joke.
You just switch to the drum for that.
Yeah. All right. So, well. All right then. Well, great pleasure doing business with you. Have a good day.
So now we,
Good question. Now what?
I mean, I probably just have another night's rest and then go to the Solaris district.
It's still like midday. We
I
have
know,
like
but hey, you went through a big thing, and you said, it felt like you got the shit beat out of you. Like, let's, I mean,
I could still beat the shit out of someone else.
I mean, we could
As he like
head to that
flexes like
district and spend the night there. We don't have to stay here necessarily.
no, it's just, we know this place, and
I mean, are we gonna walk there or are we gonna take the transit?
so if we take the transit, we'll be there in
that's true.
20 minutes.
All right.
Are you broke?
No?
Just making sure. Those gloves were expensive.
Yeah, that'll be
Currently,
all right.
the Solaris district is to the west, and we're to the north, I believe. So it's just one over.
It is just one over.
Oh, well,
If we
Which
wanna
would be
spend the
about
day, we
a
can
day's
walk
travel.
there.
I mean, who knows what we would see along the way?
And you guys have gone down that way a couple times now, so you just haven't made it all the way to the end.
Okay.
But
We get
most of
halfway
your-
there
like,
and then
Red
we get
Wolf-
distracted.
Red Wolf Warehouse is actually that way. So you guys traveled that direction multiple times a week.
All right. I'm good either way then. If we want to take the shortcut, then we can do that and go. Oh, I just realized he told me I shouldn't look like this. I look around. How crowded is it here?
Eagleman's has a number of patrons. If you're still in Eagleman's.
Okay, outside, like, but bustling,
people in the
busy streets.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's not like super busy, but there's people.
I'll find a quiet place at some point, and yeah, just don't let me forget.
Grim will not let you forget that Ernie is coming with us to kill the bad guys.
So are you just gonna do like a disguise thing, or should we actually get like a
No,
long-term disguise thing?
I'll tinker with it. I can do it. This guy's thing.
So we could go to the bathhouse. Maybe they could dye your hair or something.
Oh, we do need the bath. Can we? Let's go take a bath before we get there, and then. Yeah.
Okay, so I do not believe you guys have been to the bathhouse.
Yeah, we have.
We went to one
Not
on our
here.
way in.
Not
On
in
our way
Twilight
in.
Town.
We have, yeah.
Not- yeah, we haven't been to the Twilight.
The
Town.
ones we went to were like way out.
Okay, so along your way, are you just heading out of town, right?
Sure.
So you're
Yeah.
heading
General direction. Yeah.
general. So you're heading in that direction, looking for a bathhouse, where you come across what looks like a very. It's a very unassuming building, but it after asking around a little bit, say, "Hey, do you guys know where nearest bathhouse is?" They direct you to a place called the Darkened Dip.
All right.
Across across what looks like a completely black building on the outside. Doesn't really look like a bathhouse. It kind of just looks like like an old mansion. But upon entering, you find yourself immediately greeted by a very bright individual who has flame for hair rising up from her skull. Very bright eyes and a sort of crimson skin. As a fire genasi
Nice.
greets you upon your entrance.
Hello.
Hi,
Hi.
welcome to the Darkened Dip.
Thank you.
I have an important out of character question. Is she warm?
Yes.
Okay.
Constantly warm.
And Mitnir is actually doing that.
Well, we would like a bath.
Would you like to use the public pool or would you like individual baths?
Do you
Well,
have like a private group thing?
Sure. Could arrange that. If you want the main hole to yourself, we'll get it cleaned out.
You have like a, I don't know, a hot tub or something?
Sure. We can arrange that. Sister. And you watch as a water genasi walks out from behind. We're not actually sisters. Please ignore her. Hello. My name is Aurora. Do you in need of a
Beautiful
specific...
name.
Thank you, my dear. You need in need of a specific type of bath.
Just
One to
a-
get clean.
just a nice hot one would be good.
But you all want to bathe together.
Or separate, I guess, is fine.
You know, we don't want to inconvenience anybody. You don't need to kick anybody out.
Enough for you. But it would be just 5 gold for the convenience fee.
All right. Sure.
Cool. Follow us. And you watch as they head towards the back of the building and actually outside into a small area. Through the back, you walk through and you can see that there's people bathing in like the large open, and you see the water is black. Like you can't see through it.
Can we actually get clean in that?
Trust me, our waters are the best.
Did we get the name of the fire genasi?
No. You did not. So,
we got Aurora's name. What is your name?
Cassia.
Also beautiful.
Is that with a K?
No, it's a C.
Well, thank you.
And as they bring you out, they bring you sort of out to the back where there's sort of like an open air situation going on. And you watch as the one comes out there and she does some hand symbols, and you watch as the ground begins to be shifted down. And then you watch as they begin to basically shape and move the earth, creating a small outdoor pool in front of you. Water begins flowing into it from underneath the ground, but it's still this black water that's twisting up. And then you see as the fire genasi just breathes deeply, it begins to bubble water.
Gagnor in chat, Nate has redeemed name an NPC.
Oh, no.
A random bald-headed bather up to his eyes in the dark stuff named Dugan Dre.
Gotcha. As you guys are doing this and they get thank you, your bath is now prepared. Please enjoy.
Thank you.
This is
Lovely
sort of bubbling
establishment.
black liquid. And then they head inside. You're welcome to undress.
Mm-hmm.
So we're all
Okay.
just gonna be naked in front of each other.
I was saying, Mitnir just boom boom and just drops in.
This
Yeah,
isn't
so
Anything.
everyone's
Like not even a single thought about it, just like
Graham's like, Graham will not take a bath, but he will watch.
That is even worse.
That's what he said the last time.
I know.
Turn around and stand guard and not like stare at us.
The Grim will get naked too if it makes you feel better.
Not sure it does.
So, Mitnir, as you step into the water, you get in down there, and you look to your left, and there's just this dude
What?
sitting right there. He looks over at you. His eyes are kind of derped out to the side. And he just looks back over to you. Bald head.
Mitnir proceeds to sink all the way down and just like kind of like stare back at him the same way, just like.
So he's a furbolg
With a cute button nose.
So
Mitnir doesn't say a thing.
He's just like, you could just see the top of his head. Yeah, so you just see the top of his head, and he's just sort of bobbing in the water, and he just goes, and he sort of lifts up his mouth a little bit, and he goes, out of here.
Mitnir just kind of looks like a cat stalking, but like in the water, and he's just like.
So you're at the same level as him now.
Hi, as Seti gets in. We paid for a private one.
Yep. That's good. Don't mind me.
And you are...
I'll go by Dugan.
And covering half the price of our
And again,
bag.
all you see is just like, I'll go by Dugan.
And what are you doing here, Dugan?
Don't mind that. I'm not supposed to be seen. She's just like,
Hands above the water.
you see these little nubby fingers come out.
They better
Well-
stay there.
And as he sort of like comes up a little bit more, you can see this big bushy beard, and he's just like, I make the tunnels for the water. And I
Oh,
kind of got washed up.
I was... Right. Okay.
So don't mind me. Just go about your business.
Are you stuck? Do you need help getting out?
No, it's fine. Just enjoy your bath.
Are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. Just get nice and clean.
This is getting creepy.
Mitnir just kind of like puts his back to him and's like,
Look, don't worry about it, okay? I'm just here. It's perfectly fine.
Insight check.
Make an insight check.
I got a 13.
Me too.
Something's fishy going on.
My caster insight is 17.
How many hit points to kill an NPC? Well,
So he just like, well, enjoy your bath. Stays there, doing his best.
all right. Well,
Can you not leave?
Are you guys like being insistent that he leaves?
said he's going about her business.
How big is our pool?
It's about 10 by 10. He's kind of right in the middle.
Oh, nice.
Of course, he is.
Rapsy's gonna go to the far corner because she's gonna bird bath, and that's messy.
yeah.
And I'll just poke my head out back into the building and Aurora or
Okay, after a moment, she comes. Yes, dear. How can I help you?
This guy came. I think he's stuck.
Oh, Dugan. Oh, my poor bean. How did you get stuck in there? I'm sorry, Mrs. I'm so sorry, dear customers. Dugan, come here. And little arms come out, and she lifts him out, and he's like the size of a baby. He's got like a full-size adult head, like
Oh,
dwarfish
I don't like
head.
that.
He's got a little bitty body.
No.
And as she pulls him out, you watch the water just goes.
He was stuck in the drain.
As he pulls his foot out of the hole. And he goes, I'm sorry, Mrs. That's okay, Dugan. I apologize. We'll get this fixed up for you immediately. And after a few minutes, they get it fixed up, and you see Dugan is sitting over there. He's still just dripping just dripping wet.
I prestidigitate him dry.
Thanks, Mrs.
You take care, okay? Don't get stuck in any more drains.
Okay.
But next time, just be honest about being stuck, alright? People will help you.
I didn't want your bath to get drained.
It's okay. They refilled it. It's alright.
Okay. Bye now.
Yeah.
And then they refill the water for you. It feels heavenly. The scent of lavender reaches your nostrils from below the water's depth. And you realize it's not actually black water. It looks dark because it is filled with soaps and oils.
Cool.
It's very pleasant to be in.
So...
It's a 3-year-old baby with the head of an adult man. Yep.
now that that's settled...
So after this, do we want to work on your look, I guess?
Well, that's what I was about to... obviously, you know, and there's a lot of fae here and stuff, and...
I don't think they'd have a problem with Fae.
Well, no, but it's a fae thing, right? So the fae part of me, I think, changed when I got my warlock powers, and now I look like a Twilight fae, and that's not good, obviously. So I was thinking of maybe going in the opposite direction, and doing like blonde white hair with maybe like some summery like freckles.
But doesn't that only last so long?
I have a new trick. I think Lady Hyacinth wanted to help in this regard, maybe, like Wolfsbane suggested when I met them the first time.
Yep.
So, I tried it out already once on my clothes because they were all ruined, and that actually was just a small... I didn't know it was going to last. So, Sari just closes her eyes and focuses. And then there's that ripple that, like feathers just passing over, the sort of mystique kind of ripple as she changes. And keeps like the same shape and physique and everything, but it's just like somebody inverted the colors. Like pale, almost white blonde hair, like a rosy blush on her cheeks and her lips, and freckles, and then like blue eyes instead of the dark purple. And as she gets up out of the water, she'll be wearing like a white corset kind of thing with a golden yellow kind of cloak, or almost like a cape, like a light fabric, and a dress as well that matches on the bottom.
Well, Must say I'm a fan of the color choice.
Ah, damn! Dugan, stop watching the bathers!
Well, I thought you're already very radiant and sunny, and why not? We don't look like siblings now, do we? Was it too much? Is it too much? I look too much like you.
Oh no, it's fine.
You look very nice.
I don't
You do not
glow.
look anything like Grim.
I wasn't talking
mean,
to you.
You don't glow like I do, so there's
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Hmm.
I could make myself glow though, and I do some prestidigitation.
I mean, you look very nice, but I think I like the original better. And he kind of like sinks down.
Your hair also doesn't do this. My hair is just like,
prestidigitation.
oh, that doesn't look good. Put that back.
Oh, it's so messy now. Oh, it's all tangled.
Wow.
Well, thank you, Mitnir. I feel weird.
You look exactly the same. You are still a pale lady.
That's true. Should I add more color to my skin? Like I've been out in the sun more. She. There's another like little ripple, and she comes back a little bit tanner. Like.
Yes, you are still the same.
All right.
I think Grim might be colorblind or something.
Well, I like to think that he just sees that people for who they are on the inside, and the trappings he sees straight through it, and so it doesn't make a difference what you look like because he sees you.
Or everyone's just a shade of gray.
Or he's got face blindness.
You are all very difficult to pull out in crowds. Except Midnir because he is tall. Like
Oh. He sees height.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that glows. I think I'd be pretty easy to pick out in a crowd.
You're very easy to find in the dark.
you wear a mask.
That too.
When you are not wearing mask, you stand out because you are bright.
I wear a mask here in Solaris District. I'm not going to wear it.
That will be different. But maybe lots of people will glow, and I still lose you.
Maybe. But I think
Yeah,
it's
more
important
he's
that
not
we
looking
stand
forward.
out in that district more so than the others.
Okay. Grim will still look like Grim.
That is unfortunate.
You will
And
look
smell like
unfortunate.
Grim.
But you're with us, so it might not matter.
Grim does not have a whole lot of mushrooms right now because they got burnt off by acid.
Yeah, you.
And some time will be taken before Grim has
Cleanest you
mushrooms.
have been in a very long time.
Maybe
Why
ever.
not just take a bath then and start fresh?
I am very itchy from the loss of mushrooms.
Hmm.
I will grow them. Just you watch.
I will not watch.
I have faith in
Hopefully
you. Grim.
Ernie doesn't snack on them while you sleep.
Arnie, if you find truffles on Grim, you get them, yes? You get them for Grim.
Whole new meaning to organically harvested.
Look, it's very weird. It's a little gross, but who am I to judge? All right, I grew up drinking wine. Everybody's got their weird shit.
It is so weird.
I mean, I grew up drinking wine too, but I mean, it was
Drink dead grapes.
temple wine, so
Drink dead grapes that have been dead for a long time. Very weird.
temple wine is basically water.
It is weird
Wine
how
that comes
fermenting
out.
works, because you let it sit out for a while and then somehow it's like safer to consume than something that, like water from the stream, sometimes.
It can be. We are walking to the place.
Yes,
Sure.
Okay.
finished up at the bathhouse.
Are you
It's
saying we
going
should
to
take
take-
wine with us?
It is going to take us a long time to make it there. So make us money, Dragon Man.
You make us money.
Oh, do we
fungus
want to
man.
do another? Seti takes out her new instrument, and as we go through the streets, she will play some things.
Grim turns into a second Ernie, and they will dance down the streets together.
Mitnir's going to take the 6-foot piece and basically like scoop Seti up on it while she's playing the guitar.
Are you
and
bringing
put it over-
Azurus with you guys for this stuff? I totally forgot to ask.
Whatever happened to her armor? Is that done now?
No, we have to get Mithril to make it.
Oh.
Yeah.
We were gonna go see the Black and Delvers.
Wait, did you sell your mithril breastplate?
Mm-mm.
I don't think that's enough, but
That might cover a leg.
An ankle.
It's a nice bracelet. I don't know.
I
Basically,
will ask Zerus if she wants to come.
Azurus doesn't give a shit. Azurus is like, yeah, you going, I'll go. Where we going?
I miss her. I want her.
Okay, so you're taking her with you. So we'll just say she's been with you guys this entire time, just
Yeah.
hanging out outside and coming around. And so you guys have fucking, for all intents and purposes, a dragon walking behind.
I know,
two
right?
pigs while somebody plays music. What else is going on?
I'm basically carrying Seti though. I like scoop her up on the thing and just like balance it. So she's sitting, can play, and I'm just carrying it.
Okay, balancing on the living wood.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the Burb and the Bright Boy. Just walking.
I don't know. Just walking.
Okay. Well, you look
Maybe-
like an interesting crew going down the street.
Hold a bag out
Wait,
for donation.
Can I also perch up on the log that Minir's carrying?
You could probably ride Azurus.
Might get unbalanced, but
I was like, I could probably, if as long as one was like the front and the back, you could probably adjust.
you make a performance check.
Oh yeah.
Except for
Oh no.
Oren.
I got a 19. Wait, is it
I got a-
performance? I don't think
I
it's
got a
performance.
20.
I got a 12 for performance, but I guess that's appropriate.
Perhaps he is harmonizing with the instrument.
I'm carrying a log with people.
Okay,
Yeah, mine's a
so-
14. Not my best.
I
Wow.
give
I thought you
guidance.
had better performance than that. Too late.
Use guidance.
Too late to use guidance.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Not after the roll.
Mhm.
All right, so
Just
she's
assume I gave you guidance. Like, just go with that. I'm
Yep.
always booping people.
got to say it. It does not happen. So yeah, you guys do a pretty good job. Play some decent music. Not like the greatest thing you've ever played, but you're trying to balance.
I'm
and the-
workshopping some new stuff, and
And the sounds coming from the bird singing along with you really help make things seem a little bit prettier. Mitnir is doing a decent job carrying you guys around. The pigs are just flopping. It's a weird look. It's a weird look. But there is one guy in the audience who says, oh, "No way! I thought they were gone." Hey guys!
Oh, is that guy again?
Our biggest
And you
fan.
guys- And you guys make 87 gold as you're traveling down the street.
Right.
Who's
On-
putting that in their
on
bag?
your full journey all the way to the. You make it. Would you like to stop and find rest for the night and then head out in the morning, or you just want to go there now? Was this like probably by the time you reach the gate, it's going to be around midnight.
I kind of want to. I kind of want to just go like sit on their doorstep and wait for it to open in the morning.
Well, I'd like to get into the Solaris district and maybe find a place to stay near the summer soldiers.
So
I don't wanna
if
go
splitting
in-
that gold. Everyone gets 17 gold and 4 silver.
17 and 4. Got it.
It's like we shouldn't go in on like no sleep, right? will take a point of exhaustion, and it just won't look good.
I was thinking about sleeping on their doorstep.
We don't want to look desperate, Like, we need to walk in like we're prize chickens, and they are lucky to have us, not like we're beggars sitting on their doorstep. Yes, Mitnir, I said you're a chicken.
Okay.
I have
So-
no feathers. She does.
Let's play, guys. You going through the gate tonight,
am
or
not
are
a
you gonna
chicken.
try to find a place on this side to?
We'll go through.
Yeah.
All right. So as you guys make your way to the gate, accessing the opposite side, you find yourself happening upon an individual guarding the gate that goes between the two sections.
As we approach the gate, Orin will take off his mask and his robe and put them in his pack.
Okay.
So his face, hair, and arms, and I guess V-neck, they're all showing. So he's an actual glowy boy right now.
Yeah. So as you guys get prepared and walk towards the entrance, you see that there is a very lazy-looking fawn guarding the gate leading. Well, and above it, you can see like there's a sort of sun, emblazoned around what looks like a large topaz in the center above the gate.
Hello.
Which, by the way, I don't know if you guys have actually walked through these before, and I guess you did the other way, but it goes through and underneath a giant, like you can see the giant roots that this is going through.
Hmm.
To go to the next district, and you can't really see even over the roots. It's just sky and then the root in front of you. As you approach the gate, you see this fawn resting lazily back against the wall. Oh, right then. Hello.
Good evening. We would like
Hello
to pass
there.
through.
Oh, not much business this time.
Hmm.
Oh, looking to make your way into... Well, you know where you're going, right?
Solaris district.
You're going to Solaris?
Hmm.
Huh. Yeah, I thought you were just going to the Summer's Grove.
Not this
Well,
time.
good luck to you. Very well then. I assume that you've got the proper paper. Go ahead and show me your pass.
I'll show him my pass.
You're not late for the House Solaris.
We've never been there, but we
Oh,
need to get
great. So you were just speaking optimistically then. Fair enough. Well, here, I'll do this for you then. You can pay the fee for traveling to the Summer's Grove, and with time, hopefully, for you, you can make your way up to Solaris District.
Well,
We are New Death. We have just come out of a groundbreaking delve, and we have business to discuss about it.
Right,
With the
right,
summer
right. That's
soldiers.
great. So you pay the fee, you get past, and you get the access to the Summer's Grove.
are
Right.
the summer soldiers located in the grove?
Aye, that there.
Then that'll do just fine.
Yeah, where did we get Solaris district from?
That's the name of the district. I don't know.
That's the name of the Summer's Grove is the outer Nexium section.
Kind of like Twilight Town's the outer section of.
Boom.
Of-
Lunaris.
Of the Lunaris
Okay.
district.
Well, yeah. So, misunderstanding then.
Yeah.
Right. The fee
So
is...
so you'll pay the fee.
Yep. How much is fee?
Oh, maybe 100 gold a person.
Mm-hmm.
And then that'll unlock this area on our pass.
Aye, we'll light it up for you.
Thank
Your
you.
pass will be fine.
All right. We will pay the fee.
Fair enough.
100 per person.
Aye.
I paid mine.
Well, good luck to you. You watch as he just sort of waves his hand over. You guys get the little ding for that outer Nexium. Your tariff's been paid. Thank you for doing business. Off you go.
Have a good evening.
Enjoy the rest of your sleep. Sorry for disturbing you.
Oh, no, it's fine. So, You guys make your way through, and on the last few minutes as you were traveling underneath this route, you see on the opposite side, you move from what almost sounds like there was no noise really in Twilight Town, just the hustle and bustle of people moving back and forth. But as you begin to make your way into the Summer's Grove, you can hear the sounds of birds chirping. You can hear the sound of crickets. And as you come out, you look upon what at first glance looks like nothing more than a forest. The cobblestone path has been completely laid bare to what looks like nothing more than a dirt path that has been neatly designed. There are still buildings on the left and right side, and the walls that tower up above look the same as they have in the rest of the Outer Nexium. But walking through this area, you can feel nature had more prominence than it did in the other areas. Large trees between each building, and a dirt path with grass on either side, as untouched as possible. And yet, even in the night air, you can see the fireflies that buzz around here give a mystic feel.
And
You can see
everyone's
plants
home.
that you've never seen before. Obvious touches of magic to the Summer's Grove. And I guess we'll go ahead and end there, because it's 7:54, and I was trying to stretch it out.
That's fine.
So we'll go ahead and end there. You guys have made it to Summer's Grove.